Hi guys, it's Jacob from StringBuzz here, stringbuzzworld.org being the music journalism site. Links are in the description down below. And we have a brand new song review for you today, and it's the latest track by Cammora, I think is how you might pronounce it, and that's On My Way. So I'm going to refer to the original article as I usually do for these videos, so I hope you enjoy. So even though I know nothing about this artist, and can find relatively nothing about this artist even when I went to research him, her, whoever it is, I've noticed that this track has been blowing up on YouTube when it comes to views. I mean, this thing is cracking 100,000 views after a couple of days. However, as soon as I saw that Spin-In Records had released this track, my heart instantly sank, as they are like 4 for 32 on this site now when it comes to positive reviews. So basically, according to my site's own stats, I guess you could call it, I give a positive rating to 1 out of 8 Spinning Records tracks on here. Bear in mind that that includes 5s and 6, and then when you take them out, I have given just the one 7 out of 32 tracks. So yeah, 7 out of 10 on one track out of 32. I know that's confusing to take in all those stats, but that's not a good ratio. I even said here that that's a really bad ratio. So should we see whether this song continues that dire form for Spinning Records, or whether it rises above my expectations, which are firmly planted fairly near the ground? Well, it's fine. I thought it was just fine, but it is very boring and very dull. It's your stereotypical summer slow house track with no drop, no extension, and nothing exciting about it whatsoever. A track like this has to make you dance, it has to be catchy, and it has to be memorable, and unfortunately this track is none of those things, and in fact is far from being those things. Not just that, it's like the 50th track in a row with My Way being used in the hook in the last 3 months or so. All these DJs seem to love the phrase of My Way. I even went on to say here, I mean, just look at the last few tracks that have been released. You had Calvin Harris release a track called My Way. Tiesto released a track called On My Way. Cammora, obviously, On My Way. Leah Michelle released a track called On My Way. Charlie Brown released a track called On My Way. And Axwell / Ingrosso released a track called On My Way. All these tracks have been released in the last 3 months or so, with 4 of them coming out in the last month. None of these tracks are any good either, so why are people still doing this? It's a bad trend. I'd like to say it's a dead meme, but it never became one in the first place. Production-wise, the song is dull, and it's been made in an incredibly safe manner. You have your usual preset pads, your typical preset synths, your overtly noise-gated vocals, your sampled, programmed 4-bar house beat that has been copy and pasted. You have each section so obviously copy and pasted that you can hear the sectional blips where it has been pasted, and it's just got no substance to it whatsoever. Yes, I get it, it's just a house track, but even Iggy Azalea's latest track has a thicker, more powerful beat than this. It's been made so that it is meant to sound powerful live, I guess, and yes, I get that too. It's meant to be DJ'd live. It's probably not meant to be enjoyed as much at home, but if it's dull when recorded and listened back like this, then why even bother releasing it? Just play it live. I just found everything about its production so formulaic, and I don't even want to comment on it anymore. When it comes to the musicality of this track, I understand what was meant to happen here. I also understand that they tried to avoid the big drop mentality, which would have been fine if there was a more exciting fallback / backup strategy. But again, we just didn't really get one. The track is dull in every single aspect. The progressions are boring, the vocal melodies are boring, the drum beat and bass line is boring, the lyrics are boring, each section is boring, and there just is nothing here that really makes your blood want to get pumping, really wants you to make you dance or anything like that. It's safe and has been made for cheap to sell for basically cheap as well. It's another one of these rushed out productions by Spinnin', which further spits in the face of their fans, really. Even the comments on this video state that they are fed up with this copy and paste nonsense by no-name acts signed to the label. How are you going to raise the reputation for these young artists like this when you keep pushing them to rush singles like this as well? Lyrically, the track is just someone doing their own thing, going their own way. It's a theme that has been expressed 1,000 times in songs called The Same Thing, and in fact that's the only line you really get of lyrical expression or thematic development. It's boring, it's safe again, and I get that it'll get off the hook because it's just a summer pop house track, but it's got nothing in it for me. It's just not my sort of track. So all in all, a waste of my time, and I can't say I recommend it to anyone at all, regardless of your musical preference. It's just ridiculously safe, and it's basically a software example. You know, when you open up GarageBand for the first time or Ableton for the first time, and they've got pre-programmed tracks just to listen to what other people can do on the software, it's basically just that. So I gave it a G rating of 4 out of 10, which might seem a little bit high, but then it is just an average track. It's just a really average track from every point. It wasn't glaringly broken in any way, but it was just dull. So if you like this video, then please leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.